Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel, United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Hope everyone is having a good Thursday afternoon. Hope everyone's looking forward to the end of this week, and hope everyone's looking forward to another brand new weekend at the start of March 2023 this year. First of all, do me a massive favour for me, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. That is United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel and to the community if you're new. Remember to share the video, hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button. Remember to always remember to put that notification bell on all times to receive dedicated content right throughout the rest of 2023 on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube for more Fortnite content, Hogwarts Legacy, Kingdom Hearts 4, FIFA 23 Career Mode with Manchester United, LAFC and Salford City, Ultimate Team, and much more brand stuff planned for the rest of 2023 on United Red Devils 20. So please subscribe if you're new to the channel. And welcome and good afternoon to every single one of you, and welcome to Manchester United's Premier League match preview for Manchester United's upcoming Premier League away game against Liverpool Football Club away at Anfield on Sunday evening, on Sunday the 5th of March 2023 this year. It is a 4:30 p.m. evening away kickoff on match day 26 of the 2022-2023 Premier League season, which becomes probably make or break for Manchester United. Can we go to Anfield and win? Can Manchester United go to Anfield and get the win, get the 3 points, and can top four be theoretically sealed this weekend in the Premier League season? I think we can go to Anfield, and I think Manchester United are going to have to go there and play well. I feel like Manchester United need to know they need to win this game, and I feel like if we can beat Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, Barcelona and Man City at home, there's no reason why not Manchester United can't go away to Anfield and beat Liverpool the weekend. It is going to be a very tough game. Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool are playing some very good football at the moment. They are getting the results in the Premier League, and they're on the cusp of regaining top four. They're only a few points behind Newcastle, and they're not far behind Manchester United now, and not far off Spurs. So I feel like if Manchester United can go to Anfield and win and play well, I feel like we can secure Champions League football, and I feel like, in my opinion, we will get top four this season in the Premier League. But it's going to be a very tough game. I thought United yesterday were very bang average against West Ham, and we're lucky we're through to the FA Cup quarterfinals, because I thought Manchester United were absolutely dreadful yesterday. And I felt like the first half performance, Manchester United were complete and utter disgrace. West Ham completely played Manchester United off the park. And we're lucky we only conceded one goal, because defensively we were very poor. The midfield is very inaccurate. And as for that attack, was nothing more than a disgrace as well yesterday. But luckily the substitutions got Manchester United through to the FA Cup quarter-final. So I feel like Erik ten Hag has to realise now that some of that squad has to be done now. I feel like, in my opinion, that squad, that team and some of those players shouldn't even be playing for this club. And I feel like, in my opinion, half that team yesterday showed they're not capable of playing for Manchester United at a high level. And I feel like some of the players aren't listening to the manager's instructions. And I feel like going away to Anfield, we have to rotate and we have to play our strongest team. Theoretically, we should be playing our strongest team game in, game out. I feel like half these fringe players should be absolutely nowhere near a Manchester United shirt. And in my opinion, half these players shouldn't even be starting a game for this football club. I feel like yesterday was a massive wake-up call for Erik ten Hag, knowing some of the trust he puts in those players is simply and utterly unjustified. And in my opinion, some of the praise after those players got yesterday, I mean, it was completely and utterly unjustified about how crap Manchester United were yesterday. And I feel like going away to Liverpool know they have to win this game. They know they have to win at home at Anfield, and they know they have to beat Manchester United. Liverpool are going to be up for this game, but I feel a lot more confident going to Anfield knowing some of the teams we've beat this season. I feel like Liverpool haven't had the season they've wanted, and I feel like Liverpool this season really should have been challenging for the title and really should have been challenging to get you over Champions League football next season. I still don't think they'll get it, and nor do I think will Chelsea either. I still think the top four will be Arsenal, Man City, Manchester United and Tottenham, because I feel like the teams around us are simply not good enough to be able to catch us at the moment. And I feel like Manchester United have got a massive step of opportunity to go to Anfield and win, something we've not done for the last 3 or 4 years. We've gone to Anfield and we've been absolutely annihilated from top to bottom. And Manchester United know that a victory at Anfield secures Champions League football. And I feel like if we can get the winner, we can get the 3 points and play well. There's no reason why not we can still not challenge for this Premier League title. I know theoretically we are a long way off Man City and we are a long way off Arsenal, but there's no reason why not Manchester United can't get themselves involved in the Premier League title race. and there's no reason why not we can't win this league. Man United are playing some very, very good stuff at the moment. We've won 4 games in a row, but we're still conceding too many goals. Yesterday was a massive wake-up call for that team. And I felt like yesterday some of those players really let their managers down. And some of those players, like I said, shouldn't even be starting a game for this club. It's completely unjustified the praise some of those players are getting yesterday. I mean, Harry Maguire ain't no good. Lindelof is dreadful. Don't go on about Scott McTominay either, I mean, as well as Weghorst. I felt like some of those praise those players got yesterday. I mean, bloody hell. What game were some people watching yesterday? Because I thought Man United were a bloody disgrace in that first half. Going into the game 0-0 half-time was a complete and utter disgrace. We didn't attack. We didn't put the pressure on West Ham. West Ham in the second half come out and fully attack Manchester United, knowing they had nothing to lose. And if we play the way we did against West Ham yesterday away at Anfield, we are going to get absolutely smacked. We will get annihilated. Salah, Darwin Núñez, Jota, Cody Gakpo. Liverpool are absolutely starting to rip opponents apart. Obviously, they haven't had the Champions League campaign they want. They are 5-2 down to Real Madrid. Obviously, they got this Champions League second leg away at the Bernabeu to play. So I feel like Liverpool now know a trophy has to be won, and I feel like they know that if they don't get top 4, it's nothing more than a failure for Liverpool. Like, I expected Liverpool to probably challenge for the title. I expected Liverpool to be out there trying to win this league. I expected Liverpool to get top 4. I expected them to get Champions League football, but I feel like, yet again, Jurgen Klopp has been let down by the clueless owners that Liverpool Football Club have got. I mean, they've got no intention to sell, and it's the same problem that Manchester United. I don't think the owners want to sell, and I think they're just trying to hype up the price and bidding war to sell the club to try and rinse as much money out of the new owners as possible to buy Man United and Liverpool. And I feel like Liverpool this season, their January transfer window was a complete joke, just like Manchester United. And obviously, the only player they got was Cody Gakpo, and obviously now Cody Gakpo at Liverpool is absolutely starting to find the net. He is scoring goals, and I feel like, in my opinion, that if Liverpool carry on playing the way they are, I can see them doing a job over Man United in the first half. I can't see no reason why not Liverpool can't rip this team apart, because United were dreadful yesterday. I'm not heaping the praise on those players, and I'm not getting over carried away with that performance either. I thought Man United were a joke yesterday. I felt like going into half-time we were completely off the pace. The players clearly did listen to Erik ten Hag's instructions, but some of those players that started that game, you do question what is going on with Manchester United's team selection. I mean, if you're still putting trust in McTominay, Lindelof and Maguire and Weghorst, I can't understand why they're even Manchester United players. I can't really understand why they're even at this football club. I mean, for me, I watched that game yesterday and we were miles off the pace. It was a completely different game to the Carabao Cup final when we beat Newcastle 2-0 at Wembley last Sunday evening. And it felt like a completely different Manchester United. And for me, if we play like that at Liverpool, I can see Man United conceding 3 or 4 goals, because defensively yesterday we were such a shambolic back four. I mean, Lindelof, Maguire are not good enough centre-backs. Really, they shouldn't even be playing for this club, and really, they shouldn't even be starting a game for this football club. They are not good enough as centre-backs, and I'm sorry, it needs to be called how it is. If you're putting trust in players like that, Manchester United are screwed this season. You shouldn't be having to use the fringe players. You should not have to keep using this whole squad. But the problem is, if you're going away to Liverpool and you're going to Anfield, you know that strongest team has to be selected. You know what team Erik ten Hag has got to pick, because that ten Hag basically hasn't got any decent backup options to the first team squad. He hasn't got the players he wants. He didn't get backed in January transfer window. And that performance yesterday basically summed up Manchester United. The incompetence behind the scene from the board and the Muppets and the owners that run this club dry and basically are running scared from the mess that they've created, basically have screwed this season. We have messed up badly in January, and I think the results are now starting to show it. The squad rotation is a load of bollocks. We shouldn't have to be using these fringe players. If I'm Manchester United manager, I'm not using McTominay. I'm not using Lindelof. I'm not using Maguire. I'd rather put trust in the youth academy players, because they're a lot better than some of those first team players we've got. And they are. Some of those first team players at the moment are a complete joke. They should be nowhere near a starting sheet. They shouldn't even be on the team. They shouldn't even be on the bench. But there's your problem again. If Ten Hag would have got the January transfer window he wanted, we wouldn't be in this position we are today. But the injuries are affecting us. The suspensions are affecting us, because Ten Hag hasn't got the options he wants. He hasn't got the players he needs. He didn't get backed in the summer. He didn't get backed in January. So what was Ten Hag meant to do? Turn into Merlin and work miracles? I'm sorry. Man United deserve a lot better, and so do the fans. So do the supporters, because we are the best supported fans in the world. We are the best fans in the world, Man United fans. We support this club away and at home. We go there and we become the 12th man. We get this team off their ass. We make this team fight. Last season away to Anfield, we got absolutely annihilated. And the way we played just in that first half, Liverpool can do a job on us because they are now getting their injuries back. Diego Jota's back from injury. Darwin Núñez is now finding the bench. Finding the goals. I mean, it basically shows where Man United are compared to Liverpool. They actually back their manager. And hello to fans of Mew in the chat. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day and everyone. Hope you're having a good afternoon. And please subscribe to the channel if you're new people. We're only 5 single subscribers away from 500. So please subscribe to the channel if you're new. I just want Man United to go to Anfield and make a statement. We need to go there and win. And a lot of people are saying we can go there and we can get a very comfortable win. I'm not sure we can. Liverpool are going to be up for this. They know they have to win. And if we don't win, Spurs are literally breathing down our necks again. So will Newcastle. Everybody around us know if Man United don't go to Anfield and win, we're in big trouble this season. We could cost top 4. We could still not qualify for the Champions League. I still think we will, but do we have to start giving up a lot more? Do we have to start giving up a lot more trophies? Do we have to sacrifice the tournament? I don't think we can because at the moment Manchester United are playing so much and the injuries are going to keep adding up and the suspensions will add up as well. I mean, we've got Liverpool on Sunday, Real Betis next Thursday, Southampton away the Sunday after, then we've got Betis away again. So Man United know now any drop points is going to cost the club. Any more drop points from now, it will cost the club badly. It really will. But I feel like we can go to Anfield and win. I'm not scared of Liverpool. But now you're looking at that Liverpool team and the way they played against Wolves yesterday and they got the win they needed, it basically shows that Jurgen Klopp is turning this season around for Liverpool. They have been abysmal this season. Some of the teams they've lost to away and at home, Liverpool shouldn't have lost to. Liverpool are a lot bigger club than some of those clubs in the Premier League at the moment. They shouldn't have lost to teams like Nottingham Forest and Leeds at home and away. They shouldn't be losing to that. But now Liverpool have brought Cody Gakpo and you've got the injury return of Diego Jota. Darwin Núñez is scoring goals for fun now after the poor, awful start he had to the start of the season. Salah's finding form. Van Dijk's finding his form. It basically shows Liverpool now, if they get their full best team back, Liverpool will start getting the results they want and they'll start achieving what they want. They know they have to get top 4. If they end up in Europa League, Liverpool will not get the players they want. Jurgen Klopp will not be able to bring in the players that he needs for next season because Champions League is a must for them. If they don't get Champions League football and they end up in Europa League, that's quite laughable for Liverpool because they shouldn't even be in that competition. But the problem is, it's the same at Manchester United. We are in top 4 at the moment. Can we hang on to it? We've got to now. We really have to go to Anfield to win. If we lose, I don't expect we'll lose. I think we can go there and sneak a lucky 2-1 win. I feel like Man United, if you go with the best team possible, we can go to Anfield and win. It just depends on how well we start the game. Because if we started how we started yesterday and we let West Ham attack us and let West Ham dominate the ball, can you imagine what Cody Gakpo, Darwin Núñez and Salah could do to us in the first half? They could rip that defence and back 4 to shreds. They could run the midfield because Liverpool, you look at their midfield, they've got a very good midfield. They've got Thiago Alcantara, Oxlade-Chamberlain, James Milner, Fabinho, Jordan Henderson. Liverpool have got a very good midfield, but they did need better. And that was the problem in their January transfer window. Jurgen Klopp wanted a midfielder. They went and got Gakpo, and that was it. That is basically what happened at Manchester United. Basically what happened, we wanted a striker and we basically went for Weghorst, a backup goalkeeper in Jack Butland who's not even seen a game for this club, and Sabitzer, who in my opinion, should be signed permanently in the summer. That is what Manchester United really should have done. They should have gone and got someone like Gakpo to fill the striker void that is currently not being fulfilled at Manchester United. We can't score the goals. We're basically relying on the midfield a lot to get the goals we need. And it says where we are as a club. And it does show who better owners at Liverpool have actually got. They actually run the club properly. They really run the club properly the way it should be run. But the problem at Man United, when you've got clueless muppets like the Glazers running this club, if you're looking at that team from yesterday, half that team you're going to know is going to have to start on Sunday because Erik ten Hag knows going to Anfield and winning is a must. He knows how important it is to deliver top 4. He knows how important it is to get Champions League football. And if we don't do that, Man United are on a backward spiral of finishing back in Europa League again. We don't want to be in Europa League. I don't want to be in Europa League. But unfortunately, we are there for a reason because we were so shit last season. We're now having to fix the mess left by Solskjaer and Ralph Rangnick. We are still in a mess theoretically. This football club from top to bottom is still a joke, but we are improving. We are able to beat the better teams now. I didn't expect to beat Spurs and Arsenal and Liverpool and Man City and Barcelona at home. No one expected that season. But the problem is, at the start of the season, because we were so bloody shocking, we had to go in and reinvest in the team because it was so on its knees. Erik ten Hag knew it was going to take more than 1 or 2 new signings to bring through the door for Manchester United to get back on the upward spiral of being able to compete with the rest. Because if we didn't have players like Antony and Casemiro, Lisandro Martinez and Varane, players like that, we wouldn't have the team we have today. Half that team has got this club over the line on more than one occasion. And half those players are probably, I mentioned then, are probably going to have to start on Sunday because Erik ten Hag knows if you win this game, Man United are in the Champions League. There's no doubt about it. We'll get top 4. We'll be at Europe's elite competition next season. That is where we need to aim to be. But if you play the way that we did yesterday, I can just see Liverpool doing the job. They have got a massive, massive threat now. If Darwin Núñez keeps playing the way he is, he will score goals. Salah, Van Dijk, Jota, the amount of chances Liverpool are creating in their games now, it basically shows the squad Jurgen Klopp is basically got. He shows the squad strength now is returning to Anfield. It basically shows now Liverpool on an upward spiral of success. Yes, they did get smacked in the Champions League, but they're now knowing that if they go out of that, which they probably will, I can't see Liverpool turning it around at the Bernabeu and going to them and smacking Real Madrid, which they won't. Liverpool now know if they can beat Man United at the weekend, they can still get top 4. They can still get in the Champions League. But Man United have to go there and basically dominate the game. Can we do it for 90 minutes? I'm not too sure with the squad we've got because I still think in some phases of our games, some of our squad players are still massively inconsistent. Yes, we're on a good run of form at the moment, but can we keep that up? We've got to keep it up. We've got to keep playing the way we are playing. But if you have to rely on half the bench to get you over the line, it shows the difference in quality Liverpool have got to Man United because Liverpool have got really, really decent options off the bench and they've got a really decent first team that is now getting them results and getting the wins Liverpool desperately need to salvage something from the season. Man United know you win this game, it's a statement of you can still compete with these clubs. You can still compete with the best. You can still compete with the best teams in the Premier League. And we are starting to compete again. The fight is back. The will is back. The heart is back. The determination for this club is to win. We have to keep winning now. And I think we can. I think we can beat Liverpool if we play well. If we can dominate the game, dominate possession, and we can dominate the ball, and we can control the midfield and keep Liverpool out and David Day can keep a clean sheet, I feel like we can go to Anfield and win. But it would be typically if it did finish 0-0 because there would be no end product from our strikers and from our wingers. And basically, half that bench yesterday got Man United out of trouble. And it basically shows where the quality is in that Man United team. It basically shows what players aren't good enough. And it does show the great players some of this team has actually got now. Because if you're looking at it, if we go with a team what I think we should go with, I think we can go to Anfield and win and win quite convincingly. I do think we can win. I really, really do think we will. Yeah, I'm glad we won though. Yeah, I'm glad we won. Ronaldo7 commented. I'm glad we won it. We won the game as well yesterday. I won't be able to now go to Anfield and beat Liverpool because that's a statement of intent that, do you know what? We are on the upward spiral of getting this right under ten Hag. We can make this team even better than what it is today because a lot of those players, like I said, who started yesterday are probably going to have to start Sunday because the options in midfield aren't there. The options in attack ain't there. And the options of defence, well, you're basically stuck with Varane and Martinez because Maguire and Lindelof are basically no good. And I do not blame the manager for that mess for the defence. I do not blame the manager at all. It's not Erik ten Hag's fault he's in this situation. He knows he basically has to keep picking Varane and Martinez for the bigger games because he knows playing against a Liverpool team that can attack through Salah and Gakpo and Jota and Darwin Núñez, if Liverpool play that front four on Sunday, they will cause that Man United back four issues. It showed just how weak the back four was. That was playing the likes of Lindelof, Maguire, Dalot, and Malacia. They were absolutely fucking shocking yesterday. And I cannot believe the amount of praise that fridge in defence is getting. Harry Maguire is absolutely trash. He is no leader. He is no captain. He is no inspiration. How can you give that guy praise when he was absolutely exposed for how crap he was yesterday. If he keeps playing like that, Maguire, we are fucking screwed because he's so crap. We paid 80 million and apparently we are going to have to take a 40 million hit on him in the summer just to get rid of him. That basically shows the complete and utter useless idiots this club has actually got in charge. It shows the incompetence of the board. It shows the incompetence of these owners that sanction these moves. And that is the problem. It's the same with Lindelof. He ain't no good either. Why he got selected yesterday basically shows that, you know what, the trust is getting put in the wrong players again. And I'm sick to death of some of these players even featuring for the club. They should be nowhere near. You play your best team week in, week out. You've got to do it, because if you put the trust in the wrong players, the results will start going backwards and the team's confidence will start getting drained. It's so simple. You play your best team week in, week out. Every competition you've got, you play your best team. I don't rotate on FIFA. I put my best team out. That's what you do as a proper manager. You play your best team. And if you put Malacia and Delo in tomorrow on Sunday, yesterday, both of them were shit as well. And they thought so. We paid 15 million for Malacia. He ain't no decent. He ain't any good. I don't know why we put such hope on a 15 million left back from bloody Feyenoord. He ain't no good. He's got no ability with his right foot. And as for his left foot, he's just hoofing the ball upfield, up long and up high. And we can't do anything with that. What are we meant to do with that? You're just hoofing the ball up. What if he turned into long ball FC again? You can't keep doing that. And as for Diego Delo, I mean, bloody hell. I mean, why was Mourinho allowed to sanction the move for Delo? I mean, bloody hell, he's crap as well. I can't believe how shocking Diego Delo is. He's never going to be good enough, and I don't understand why we keep selecting him. Wan-Bissaka was bloody brilliant in the Carabao Cup final. I would play him on Sunday. I wouldn't start Delo. Wan-Bissaka can pocket Mo Salah. He can pocket Jota. He can pocket Darwin Núñez. Wan-Bissaka's attacking ability is way better than Diego Delo's, and he's actually got the speed to run at the defensive back four of Liverpool. Don't put Delo in, because Delo will just cost you the game. He'll put a stupid early tackle in and get booked, and he's on a booking for the rest of the match then. And if he picks up another, he's then getting sent off. Please do not risk players like Delo and Malacia away to Anfield, because Liverpool will just expose them of how crap they are. They are crap footballers. I've got no respect for them as players. I do not trust them long term to get this club over the line. I'm sorry, I do not trust them. And if the trust gets put in the wrong players, the form and their ego is only going to get bigger, and it will cost this club what we want: trophies and titles and success on and off the pitch. That is what I want to be able to do with this club. And please subscribe to the channel if you're new, by the way. We are so close to 500, so please let's make it happen today or over the weekend. I just want this team to be able to realise we have got potential, but if you put the trust in the wrong players, don't expect this club to achieve much. It will show quite quickly where we are compared to our rivals. I want Man United to beat Liverpool. I want to go to Anfield and win. But I don't risk the fringe players. And please don't keep using Scott McTominay either. And Weghorst as well. I mean, the amount of praise Weghorst got yesterday, the only decent thing Weghorst did all game was basically close down the West Ham centre-back in his own penalty area to rob the ball off for Fred to basically have an easy tap-in to make it 3-1. That was the only thing Weghorst did all game. And people saying his passing ability is amazing. His hold-up play is great. His speed and his agility is great. And it's like, what game are you watching? Weghorst has been crap all game yesterday. He offered nothing up front the whole 90 minutes. And basically, we had to rely on an own goal to get us the equaliser. And Weghorst is out there celebrating, thinking it's his goal. It's completely night and day of how crap Weghorst actually is. A BTEC signing. This is a signing Bournemouth would do. And Man United are like, oh, we'll take a punt on him and see if it makes happen. And Ten Hag is sat there praising him yesterday. He was shit, mate. He ain't no good as a striker. Man United should have went nowhere near Weghorst. He's awful. And if you keep playing Weghorst, do you imagine him away at Anfield on Sunday? He's going to get absolutely bantered for the striker he is. He's absolutely shocking. And this is the problem I've got with this team. The more it keeps happening, the more it's just going to backfire. And I do worry long term what we're going to be able to do with this club. What is the striker plan for the summer? Because if we keep playing like this and we do sign Weghorst in the summer, can you imagine how bad next season's going to be? Could you imagine how worse it's going to get if they make Weghorst a permanent signing? I wouldn't go anywhere near him in the summer. I'm sorry, I wouldn't do it. I do not trust the board because if the Glazers are still here, they will take a punt on Weghorst and sign him for cheap. We want the best next season to be able to put the ball in the net. I would not start Weghorst against Liverpool because Van Dijk will do a job on him. Matip will do a job on him. So will Trent. They know how to prevent Man United from scoring the goals. Liverpool's back four is so fucking strong. They will prevent Weghorst from getting in behind and putting Rashford or Fernandes in. And don't put Fernandes out on the right wing as well, especially when he's not a fucking right winger. He's a bloody midfielder, for God's sake. And I couldn't understand yesterday as well. Why is Sancho not involved at all yesterday? And nor Jack Butland, they're not even in the team. And it's like, what are we trying to do with Jadon Sancho? He's one of our best players at this club we've got. And you're putting him on the bench. He's not even in the team. It's like, what are you meant to do? Because yesterday, we basically had to rely on Garnacho, Anthony, Weghorst and Rashford to get this club over the line. And it shows the incompetence. We haven't got the squad depth. That is the problem. What team would I go with? Well, I ain't starting Dalot because he's bloody awful. Lindelof and Maguire, please bench them because they're shocking as well. They're completely crap as well. Don't start either of them. And please forbid, don't start Malacia. But the problem is Luke Shaw going to be fit? Is Luke Shaw going to be fit? I don't think he is going to be fit. I honestly think if Luke Shaw ain't fit on Sunday, Malacia's starting a game again. It exposes Luke Shaw. He's not fit enough anymore. He can't keep his fitness up. He's injury prone. And we still kept a player like this at Man United who's more injury prone than Nancy Martial. I don't know what is wrong with Luke Shaw's fitness, but since he had that horrific injury when he broke his leg in two places, look how crap his fitness has been. It shows his injury record is only going to get worse. We need a better left back. I would try all I might to go and get Afonso Davies from Bayern Munich because I tell you what, that would solve so many issues at left back. We wouldn't need players like Malacia and Luke Shaw because you've got Afonso Davies doing the job Ten Hag would want at left back. That is what you need to do. Attract the best left back. And I wouldn't start Scott McTominay either. No wonder he was dragged off yesterday. He was absolutely fucking shocking in that game. Absolutely trash. I mean, Scott McTominay would be lucky, in my opinion, to get in a Leicester team. For me, I don't think he'd even get in a Newcastle team. It shows the level of how crap Scott McTominay is. He picks up so many stupid bookings. He can't pass the ball. He can't make a through ball properly. He can't make chances for our strikers or our wingers. That is Scott McTominay's game. He is not good enough. And the problem is, if you keep using Scott McTominay, it's going to expose of how bad a midfielder he actually is. And people saying, oh, he's the next Roy Keane. What game are you watching saying he's the next Roy Keane? I would love to know where you're getting this opinion from. Because I'll tell you what, if you think he's the next Roy Keane, bloody hell. I mean, that shows a lot. It really, really does show a lot about where we actually are. It really does show that we are putting the trust in the wrong players. It really, really is. It shows how crap this club. Yeah. It just shows. I don't want players like Scott McTominay in this team. I would not even put him on the bench for Sunday. I really, really wouldn't. He is not good enough. Don't risk players that are going to cost Manchester United this game. Do not risk it. Please do not risk it because Liverpool will expose him. Fabinho will expose him. Thiago Alcantara will expose him. They know that midfield is weak when McTominay's playing. They know how to track down McTominay. They know how to break down his game. They know how to get the game on the full front if McTominay's there. And this is why, for me, I wouldn't even start Fred. I thought Fred yesterday, the only decent thing he did all game was scored the third goal to win the game. That is all he did. I don't rate Fred. I am never going to rate Fred, but he is better than Scott McTominay at the moment based on form and based on goals he's got this season. But I wouldn't start him away against Liverpool because they will expose his game. He is not a CDM. He is not a centre attacking midfielder. He's basically a centre midfielder who can only do one job. put the ball in the net, or simply make an incorrect pass, which costs Man United on the forefront. And I would start Sabitzer. For me, Sabitzer got a lot of unfair stick yesterday. He was, for me, in my opinion, one of Manchester United's best players, and he's getting this club a lot better in midfield than what that midfield was last season. Him and Fernandes yesterday actually both played very, very well together. But unfortunately, you played a Scottish midfielder in McTominay who ain't good enough. And basically, having Scott McTominay at CDM is like having Fred at CDM. Soon as Fred and McTominay play for that team, it goes absolutely pear-shaped in midfield. And for me, this is why I bring Casemiro back in with Sabitzer and with Fernandes. He's done an absolute job for this club since we signed him from Real Madrid. He's had a lot of unfair stick from Graham Souness and other pundits alike on Sky Sports. And unfortunately, some of their opinions are right up their own ass and are very, very unjustified completely about they can't stand Casemiro is working miracles in that midfield. Well, he's done a job since he's come from Real Madrid, and no wonder he plays for the greatest English club in the world. Casemiro has done so much for this club. He's done so much for that team. And as soon as he came on against West Ham yesterday, he absolutely changed the game. Yes, he did make a few bad passes. I'm not going to admit that. He did give the ball away quite a bit. But he still changed the game because the quality he brings into the CDM. It's like when Casemiro's there, the game goes up another level. That is because Casemiro wants to win. He wants to be able to get this club back to where it should be. He's come here to rescue us. Casemiro has basically rescued Man United this season midfield. We basically went from McTominay and Fred last season to Casemiro, Eriksen, Sabitzer, Fernandes, and Donny van der Beek. You don't need McTominay and Fred. I would start Casemiro and put him back at that team. He shouldn't have been benched yesterday. I don't know why Ten Hag did not go full strength. I would not have rotated that team. I would not have rotated that team as much as Ten Hag did because it nearly backfired. We nearly went out the FA Cup yesterday. Do not risk what is going to cost this club. Don't risk the errors in this team. Play your best team. And Rashford has to start as well. Please forbid, do not start Weghorst away against Liverpool. Put Rashford down the middle with Garnacho on the left and Antony on the right. And yet again yesterday, a lot of unfair criticism is being aimed at Rashford and Antony. Yet again yesterday, they were probably two of our best players that were actually creating chances and actually making things happen with the ball. Rashford's got the speed to get past Van Dijk. He'll have the speed to get past Matip. He will be able to expose Liverpool with his pace. Rashford basically has rescued Man United this season. 25 goals this season basically shows the transformation Marcus Rashford has had as a player under Erik ten Hag. He will expose Liverpool with his pace. If he can attack and get an early goal, the confidence is going to be there for Rashford to add more this season. We can beat Liverpool because I feel like Liverpool will not be able to cope with the wingers either. Garnacho yesterday, a superstar talent, scores an absolute amazing goal to get us the lead to go 2-1 up against West Ham. And then Fred to add the third. Garnacho is going to be an absolute superstar. And I would start Garnacho as well because I think you'd be able to expose Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think you'll be able to expose Matip and Van Dijk because they will not be able to cope with his pace and the agility he's got with the ball. That is what I would actually do to make it more attacking front, is play your best three strikers and wingers together to expose Liverpool's back four. We can attack Liverpool. Their defence has been a lot leaky this season. They've leaked more than a sieve. Liverpool have conceded a lot of fucking goals this season. They are their vulnerability at the back, and it will cost Liverpool if they don't defend the pace of Rashford, Garnacho and Antony. I would start all three against Liverpool, and that is what I would do with the attack because they will cause Liverpool so many opportunities, problems that will... Because they'll be all three of them will be able to run past the back four. They can run at Van Dijk. They'll run at Matip. They'll be able to get through to them. They'll be able to score the goals we need to be able to get this club over the line. And it will happen. It really, really will. You put Garnacho, Rashford and Antony in that team, it will cause Liverpool problems throughout the 90 minutes. They will be able to put the ball in the net. They'll be able to make chances happen. Crosses into the box will be able to happen. Shots inside the box will be able to happen. You need to put your best three. And that's why we bench Weghorst, because Weghorst, for me, I am not convinced he's the answer. We should have went nowhere fucking near him in the first place. Fancy signing Weghorst in January on a season-long loan. It just shows how bad he was the number one option. I mean, bloody hell. more number one than a UK chart number one. It basically isn't the answer. Weghorst is never going to be the answer. And if we sign him in the summer, I'm not backing that signing. I'm not going to back that. It basically just exposes the incompetence again. I don't trust that board. I don't trust those owners. So for me, Weghorst has to be benched because he offered nothing yesterday that created any chances for Man. I'm sorry, he ain't no good enough as a striker. No wonder Burnley got rid of him. 2 goals and 20 appearances. It basically exposes Weghorst for the player he actually is. It exposes him. He ain't good enough. All he's got is be able to run down and chase down the ball. That is all Weghorst can do. And it will cause Liverpool problems if he can do what he did to West Ham yesterday in the final closing minutes. If he can do that to players like Van Dijk and Matip, there should be no reason why not. Weghorst can cause Liverpool problems, but I wouldn't risk him because I think Liverpool will be able to cope with his aerial ability and his body strength. I think Liverpool will be able to expose because they're a lot stronger back four than what Weghorst is. Weghorst is at that age now that he hasn't got many more years left in the game. I just wouldn't start him because that, in my opinion, he offers Man United no attacking threat. For me, I don't think he's even a decent signer. And for me, yesterday, I don't think he had a decent game. I thought he was absolutely trash. So I wouldn't start him up front because I think it'll cost Man United the game. And that is why, like I said, I would start your 3 pacey wingers and attackers in attack on Sunday to target Liverpool's defensive vulnerability because it is going to be there to be on show. Rashford and that lot will be able to give Liverpool so many threats on goal that Liverpool will not be able to cope. But like I said, if we're then moving on to defence, Varane and Martinez have to come back in. They shouldn't have even been benched yesterday. As soon as Varane and Martinez come on, Man United is such more defensively secure. It basically exposes that back four is shocking when Maguire and Lindelof is it. It is scary to see how crap Maguire's got. I'm sorry, it really, really is. My fridge in the kitchen could defend better than Harry Maguire. It isn't hard to expose how crap Harry Maguire actually is. And I just don't trust him. I wouldn't trust him for confidence. I wouldn't trust him for a chat. I wouldn't even trust him to get going to your local shop at your supermarket. Harry Maguire was exposed so badly by Mikel Antonio yesterday. He really, really was. Antonio was having a thrilled day. He was absolutely having such an amazing day yesterday against Harry Maguire. It shows how shambolic Maguire actually is. It really, really is shambolic. And that is Man United for you. Maguire and Lindelof do not give you any confidence as a defensive duo at the back. They do not give you any decent confidence that Man United can keep a clean sheet. It really, really doesn't. And they were exposed yesterday. So I wouldn't risk Maguire and Lindelof away to Liverpool. Varane and Martinez have to go back in, especially when we're the only club in the Premier League to have 2 World Cup winning centre-backs in defence. No one else has got it. Varane and Martinez are a lot more secure with the ball. They know each other's game in and out, and that is what I like. And then we're a better team with them in it, with them out them in it. And it shows that, you know what? Man United do need work in defence. We do need a better centre-back partnership to back up Varane and Martinez. We do need 2 defensive backups in case those 2 get injured. We also need a decent right-back, and we need a decent left-back. And for me, yesterday, I felt like De Gea's body position for the first goal, there was not a lot he could do with it. But for me, he did keep a lot of crucial saves out of West Ham from scoring another goal. And that kept the game what it was, because if West Ham would have scored him, United would have been out the FA Cup. So I can't understand a lot of criticism De Gea got after the game, because for me, he made 2 or 3 more crucial saves to keep West Ham out. And West Ham nearly did score 2 or 3 more. They could have had that. But De Gea at the moment is showing the form of his life. It was just a shame his body position in the first goal cost Manchester United. But that was down to Maguire and Lindelof basically standing there like stuck in the mud statues, basically standing there, not closing Ben Rama down to put a screamer into the top corner. That was because Maguire and Lindelof can't be trusted, so I wouldn't risk them. And that is why I put Varane and Martinez back in. I'm putting Wan-Bissaka back in that team, so I think Diego Dalot, the last 2 games, has been fucking dreadful. I get no confidence Diego Dalot. He offers long-term no plan, no solution at right back. And for me, Luke Shaw, I could care if he's injured or unwell, he has to play on Sunday. We need Luke Shaw back in that team because he'll be able to run down the left back position and put the ball in the box. That is what we need at left back. That is what we need to be doing. And hopefully he will be fit, but will Luke? What now? You all right? Yeah, Luke Shaw has to come back in. I'm just hoping he's fit Well, if Luke Shaw ain't fit, I dread what the left back's going to be. You'll probably put blood. No, not yet. Yeah, but I put Luke Shaw back in. But Luke Shaw has to prove his fitness now, and he has to prove that he can keep himself fit. But if he was out from yesterday, then is he going to be fit for Sunday? I mean, what injuries Luke Shaw picked up? I mean, why did we keep him when he had that really bad? I would have got rid of him then because I knew his career would have been over. So, for me, in my opinion, I wouldn't. I'm hoping Luke Shaw's going to start because I thought Malacia was just bloody dreadful yesterday. I think Malacia has been a joke for signing, and I just don't see any plan for him for the future. I'm praying that, if Luke Shaw is fit, we'll be able to attack more down the left back wing position to cause Liverpool even more problems, to put a decent ball cross into the box. But I wouldn't put Luke Shaw on corners as well. He's absolutely dreadful on corners. We can't even put a decent ball into the box anymore. So it shows where we are compared to other clubs, that in certain positions in that Man United team, we don't have the strength, we don't have the squad depth, and simply we don't have the quality some of these other teams have got. Because the left back for me is still a concern, right back is still a concern. Centre backs, I'm fine with Varane and Martinez, but the backups of that are basically the fridge and Maguire and Lindelof. Midfield, please don't risk Scott McTominay and Fred away against Liverpool because it will cost Man United in the game. Put Casemiro with Sabitzer and Fernandes in that team because that will be a lot more secure midfield free than what it is at the moment. Don't risk Fred. I won't even risk Weghorst. And do you know what? I'm hoping Martial's going to be fit for Sunday. Will Anthony Martial be fit? I don't know. I do not know if Anthony Martial is going to be fit for Sunday. I'm praying he's going to be because we need Martial back in that team. We do need a goal scorer in that team. We can't keep relying on Weghorst all season to find the goals. He ain't got it in him. And I think if Martial ain't fit for Sunday, that for me is his career over at Man United. And I'm sorry, but Martial should have been gone seasons ago. As soon as he was sent on loan to Sevilla last season, we should have got rid of him then permanently. They should have just found him a club and got whatever they could have got for him. That they have to start being a bit more brutal with this team and get rid of a lot more of this deadwood this club's actually got, because the more deadwood performances we get from some of these deadwood players, the results, in my opinion, are only going to get a lot worse before they get even better. And I hope Martial can prove a point. If he can get himself fit for Sunday, would you start Martial down the middle, Rashford on the left and Anthony on the right, or would you go with Garnacho, Rashford and Anthony? For me, I know what I'd do. If Martial ain't fit, which I don't expect him to be fit anyway, I think the front three has to be Rashford, Garnacho and Anthony. I would start Weghorst in a game against away at Liverpool. I think it would backfire. I don't think he can score the goals we want. 1 goal in 8 games is simply not fucking good enough. I mean, that was our hope all season, was to basically rely on Weghorst to get Man United over the line. It ain't acceptable. I'm sorry. That is a signing bloody Bournemouth would do. It's not acceptable at Man United to rely on players like that. But, that is a team I would go with away against Liverpool on Sunday evening. I would go to Hayer in goal, Varane and Martinez at centre-back. Left back, I would put Wan-Bissaka back in. Right back, Wan-Bissaka. Left back, hopefully it's going to be Luke Shaw. Hopefully we'll return whatever he's got injured or ill with. Midfield 3 has to be Casemiro, Sabitzer and Fernandes. The attacking front 3 for me has to be Garnacho because he completely changed the game against West Ham. Rashford down the middle, Anthony on the right. That is going to be my team for the weekend. Away against Liverpool at Anfield on Sunday evening on matchday 26 of the 22-2023 Premier League season. Scoreline, I'm going to go for 2-1 United. I feel like if we can go there and dominate the game and we can dominate the ball and get the win we need, I do feel like, we can go to Anfield and win. I feel like the confidence is there from the players that they know they have to keep winning. They know they have to keep the form up under Ten Hag. They know Ten Hag is not going to take any excuses if they play poorly on Sunday. And hopefully we're going to have a positive result. Hopefully, we can secure Champions League football with this win at the weekend. And hopefully top 4 will be secured as well. But United are going to have to go to Anfield and play well. That's what we're going to have to hope for. Man United are going to have to get the win. We simply need the result and we need it quick. And I'm going to go 2-1. I feel like we can sneak a lucky winning goal. United will be okay. But I'm going to go for 2-1 Man. I think we can go to Anfield and beat Liverpool. But we're going to have to see what happens at the weekend anyway. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to hit the like button, hit the share button. Please keep subscribing to United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. We're only a few subscribers away from 500. So please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Then to share the video, hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button, and always remember to put that notification bell on all times to receive dedicated content right throughout the rest of 2023 on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube for more Fortnite content, Hogwarts Legacy, Kingdom Hearts 4. We've got more FIFA 23 career mode, Football Manager, the new F1 game. We'll be getting a new IndyCar game on the PS5 once that comes out as well. We've got more previews, we've got more match reactions, and we've got much more brand stuff planned for 2023. We're going to start giving away free moderator subscriptions to people as well, so look out for them. And yeah, please join me for the match reaction Sunday evening, which hopefully is going to be a positive one. Hopefully we can go to Anfield away and beat Liverpool, and hopefully top 4 and UEFA Champions League football will be secure for next season. So join me for the match reaction Sunday evening. I'll speak to you guys soon. You're all legends. Please keep subscribing. Speak to you guys Sunday evening. Thanks for watching. Come on, United. Come on, you Reds.